It's very multifunctional. It's derived from a marine organism. It's derived from a sea squirt that grows as colonies. And it's got a terrific chemistry set to protect itself because it can't get away from things. So it sits in one place and it actually protects itself by making this chemical to thwart predators. It's now synthetic and it can be made in mass quantities. And the reason our sarcoma community is interested in it is because some patients get extremely good responses and durable stability of their disease, sometimes lasting 4 or 5 years with metastatic sarcomas. Not trivial at all. Now the problem is we don't know who those people are who are going to get the extraordinary benefits. We don't know whether we can identify people who get modest benefits, let's say a year, 8 months or to a year of disease control, and who's going to fall into the unlucky category of people who get no benefit at all from this drug. So because we don't have a predictive biomarker to identify who the best people are to get this drug, most likely to benefit, we designed this trial with several hundred patients across the United States, as well as patients from Brazil, Australia, and New Zealand, which remains some of the only countries on the planet that have not yet approved Trabectedin as a standard therapy for sarcomas. The aim was control of the disease and to compare Trabectedin against this older drug known as dacarbazine. So when we designed that study, the FDA and we decided that the overall goal had to be overall survival. Just does its drug make people live longer? Knowing that overall survival is a difficult endpoint because it measures not just what you're doing to the patient in that particular clinical trial, but also whatever happens to the patient after the tumor gets worse and after the patient comes off the study. So overall survival is a controversial endpoint in our world of sarcoma management because there are other things that can happen to patients. This study was designed around 2010 and 2011. It was activated. And I must say that 94% of the patients on this trial came from the United States, so the United States investigators and the sarcoma community of patients really supported this. It was a difficult study to implement because patients, once randomized to one of these drugs, either Trabectedin or dacarbazine, did not have the option to cross over to the other one if the disease progressed. So it was a bit of a challenge, but again, our patient community and our physicians really rose to the occasion, completed the trial as expected, and this ASCO presentation was the first results presentation to emanate from the trial. It was an interim analysis of the data. Interim analysis means we were looking at the data in a pre-planned way in the middle of the study while it's still ongoing. And what this study showed at that interim analysis was a very sizable difference, a benefit for Trabectedin over the dacarbazine in terms of what we consider to be a clinically validated, meaningful endpoint of control of the disease.